Alright everyone, I'm Ryers, and welcome back to Shadow of the Erdtree. Let's keep going. Alright, so we made our way down to the castle watering hole after running in a coffin. And now we are in a lake full of furnace golem corpses. So I wonder if there's a information here. Watch that one not actually be dead. I wonder if there's actually information here on how to deal with them. Because that would be nice to have. Yep, that one's alive still. Okay, stuck. That is not much damage. Okay. That didn't do a whole lot. Is the water keeping it from spreading then? My god, that's not much damage. Nope, that is not the case. That slam was just, Can I jump? Okay, I was riding over some of that stuff and I couldn't jump in time. What is the trick to these guys? And of course, it's all dark now. Alright. What's the deal with you? I'm doing basically nothing. And now you're doing that attack. Okay, awesome. Time to run. Run in a circle. Am I doing it again? What is... Whoa. Whoa. Hello. Interesting attack you did there. Okay. Should get my stamina back. See that I jumped into it. Okay, torrent back, please. Yeah, that hurts a lot. Oop, there's the knockdown, I think. Maybe? Maybe not? What? Okay, that... Oh, I heard the knockdown sound, but he just stood there. Yeah, I did basically nothing against those. So, I'm just gonna say goodbye to those runes. I didn't have that many, it was like 60,000, I think. I hope you're not alive still. Runes of Unte? Furnace Visage. Okay. Can't climb on you. Are there any enemies even here? Aside from the golem, at least. try throwing and then boss, huh? Does that mean that I have to light the fire there? Yeah, okay, I can't actually get in there. That makes noise. Like I'm hitting something. Let me explore around first. You're waking up. Yeah. Okay, that's not ideal. What is that spiral attack? Jeez. Okay, more revered spirit ash. Here's the waterfall we saw before. There's a grace down here too. Okay. Interesting. We are at the Recluse's River upstream, which means we can go downstream from here. Presumably. Yep, we can definitely get down there somehow. I'm not going to go there yet, though. Alright, can I just not have you aggro on me? Ruins of Unte. You spotted me? Okay. It's doing this spinny thing. Yep, there it goes. Man. That looks really cool. It probably one-shots me if it hits me. Can I perhaps light this guy with this guy? Okay, doing the spinny thing again. Nope, you're not doing the spinny thing. Okay. You're just doing that. Which I assume will light that guy anyway. No. Okay. Getting awfully close there. I don't like it. Okay, there's gotta be a trick to actually defeating these things. Because they seem way too aggressive, way too powerful to not have a weakness. What? Oh. Okay. And torrent. Get up top here, if I can. There we go. So I have to climb up top here. And then maybe jump into the building? Yep. Okay. Well, let me, craft a fire pot, I suppose. And we'll put it on my bar. Alright. Does this do anything? I don't think so. Unless it has to be a furnace pot. Make one. Takes a visage, so... Not easy to come by. Oh! That worked. Okay, can I not worry about you and just run through you, please? Okay, let me just run through. These are pretty flowers. Hey, okay, so, yep, that does work. Now, what is this? Examine altar. Raise the stone-sheathed sword to the dark? Huh? Yeah, I've got that weapon. Let me look at the lore on it again. A relic of a civilization of time long past to said to serve a ritual purpose at altars of light and darkness. Okay. Really? Really? Okay, so that's a dark altar then. Is there a light altar on the other side? Don't see one. You are really in the way. I don't like that. Like, how are you still attacking me in here? You don't even see me. Actually, I guess you kind of do. Okay, he's doing this spinny fire move, that's fine. Sure. Sword of Darkness, okay. So did that get rid of the sheathed sword then? I think it did. Okay. So, Sword of Darkness pulled from its stone scabbard at an altar. From the quick of the root, while wandering coils of darkness coalesce and release. Their eddies and vortices giving form to the dark blade. Skill of Darkness. Raises sword aloft and cleaves surroundings with darkness. Deals holy damage and temporarily uses holy damage negation. Okay. Don't quite have enough faith for it. Can I put it back in its scabbard? No. Okay. Well, I hope there isn't a different one, but if there is, that's fine, I suppose. Giant golden arc. Okay. Please don't hit me from there. This is the giant golden arc with a swing of the arm. Sorcery of the Inquisitors of the Tower, well, this is an incantation of the spiral. Swing of the arm this is a giant golden arc. Resembles a barb, okay. Yeah, have you given up now? So is there anything more to do here then? Or maybe we can climb this this edge here. Climb up top here. Nope, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Oh, I got torrent. You look interesting. Oh, you're just a guy walking with a stick. Okay, never mind. Yep, that's... okay, that's unfortunate. Okay... Can I get on this thing and then jump? Yes, I can. Hi. Okay, you just killed a bunch of things there. Hello. I'm gonna block that, just in case that goes through. That throwing knife did decent damage. Let me put on the great bow again. Heavy load, and that's fine. That missed. That, okay. That's still not doing much damage. Ow. They're just constantly doing it. Yeah, that's not anything special, I don't think. That's not a weapon, that's a fist. So can I actually hit those little tendrils from here? Let me see. No, I can't. Okay. I can go over here, though. Not that I think that would help me much. Let me get torrent back so I can move around a bit easier. Okay. That's not gonna work. Okay. Okay. Now, are you still awake then? You are. Unfortunate. What is the way to deal with these guys? Okay, that's just an explosion that does damage. Wait, I broke its leg. Okay. Do I need to break this one too? Hmm. That's not good. I'm alive. Just gonna block that and heal up. Ah. What was... okay. Punch. Sure. That was late or early, but it worked out still. That wasn't. That was too late on that roll. I mean, I can keep doing this over and over again. Oop. There's a knockdown. No, get it? Okay. How much will that do? That, oh my god. Jeez. Now, let me switch back to this. I think this charge R2s are faster. Yeah, okay, that was bad timing. So I don't need to one-hand. Yep, that was this explosion. Let me switch back to this. Ah, man. Heal up. It's gonna hurt. I'm just gonna block it. Is that a knockdown? No. Doing jump R2s and charge R2s exclusively. Come on. You have way too much stagger potential. Let's get the rhythm down. There's a stagger. Yeah, unfortunately, its face is in the ground, so, yeah. Just gotta keep spamming heavy attacks on it. Unless it just doesn't get up after that. Am I still doing damage to it? Okay, I am. But it just doesn't get up after that. Oh, it just takes a long time. There we go. I finally killed one of these things. And I guess the trick to it... Ooh, blood-sucking cracked tear and a furnace visage. I guess the trick to it is just to keep smacking its feet until it gets knocked over. Enhances attacks at cost of HP. Okay. Crystal tear will form slowly over the ages where the scattered sap of this shadow tree pools deep within the furnace columns. Scattered sap of this shadow tree pools deep within them. I wonder if they all have tears inside them, then. Increases attack power but drains HP over time. Okay. Well. I guess through sheer perseverance, that's how you take those guys out. Let me see if I can get that one too. I'm gonna rest though. And hopefully you don't come back. I assume they wouldn't. Yeah. Okay. That's a ground slam. That's a grab. Okay. Yikes. Yikes. Okay. Okay then. Is that really the way to deal with these guys? You just have to keep smacking them? That's kind of underwhelming. That's not what you need to keep doing. Well, will that hit me from here? Yes, it will. Oh my god. That's also very loud. I'm sorry about that. What? Okay, what was that? I'm alive, barely. That should not have hit me. What is that hitbox? I'm gonna barely survive this. Yeah. Okay. Now are you gonna get knocked down properly? Nope, you're going to do this. Okay, we got... Oh, nice. Okay, run forward. Get big damage on this guy. Huge damage. Nice. That's... Okay, that's the hand again. Can you please fall over? Oop, that's actually the knockdown. Nice. Fortunately, thankfully it gives you plenty of time to actually get around it. Oh yeah. And now you're dead. Now will you drop another tear? You do. Okay, so I think that is the case then. Oil-soaked tear. Coats nearby enemies with oil and mixed physic. Interesting. A crystal tear forms over the edges where scattered sap of the shadow tree pools deep within the furnace columns. It causes the imbiber to break out in an oily sweat, soaking nearby enemies in oil. Okay, well, I'm not gonna go more for more of those right now, but it's good to know that we actually finally know how to kill them. And once again, I'm hoping that this altar wasn't the only, or was the only one of its kind, because I didn't see any light altar. But I think that's it for the ruins then. So let's head back to the main gate plaza. I think, yeah. So I think the only way to go is this way, which leads into the main area. We might also be able to jump down here. Oop, right. I forgot about you guys. So we might be able to jump down here, although it doesn't look like there's much down there. But there is a tower. That is way too far, I think. But let's try it, I guess. Try carefully walking onto this little ledge. Nope, that's just an instant death plane. Okay, well, only one way to go then. All right, so you do respawn. And my stamina's all gone. Yep. Well, that not go as planned. I need to be more careful with these guys. So there's an elevator in there. Okay. If I wanted to, I could just run straight past then. I'm kind of tempted to. Yeah, let's just run straight through. Hello. And goodbye. Ow.
Hey!
Alright. There's a Grace up here too. But that was just the noise of the elevator resetting. And these horn-scent beasts? That's a big person right there. Ooh, okay. Specimen storehouse. There's an item up there just hanging. I love the visuals here. The lighting coming in from the center, lighting this this beast up. It's storehouse first floor. Right, we got a door on the left. Hello, we got more of these guys. We've got ghost people just looking at books, or I guess tablets. Yeah, those are not books. Can you imagine how much that must weigh on those shelves? I'm surprised I can even hold those up. Okay. A very tight spot. Okay. Not intentional, or at least nothing special about that spot. Okay, we have a little ladder up there. I assume we can't climb all the way up from here. I can't even climb on these. Can I get up on here, though? I can. Which means I can get up here? Yes. More of those guys. Weird Spirit Ash, okay. Probably jump to that railing, maybe. We could jump to that stack there. We have a good view. We have another one of those people. We have a thing that looks like it lowers down, perhaps. We have that item just floating up there. But before we jump anywhere, let's keep going on foot. I do want to go in here. Okay. I thought that was an invisible guy or something, and now it's just casting. Those are kind of hard to dodge. Are you hostile? No, you're just reading. Okay. Let me get this going. Do we go up or down? Going down. Alright. To where? Have we been here before? No. This looks like we're closer to that bridge, though. That's definitely a trap, yeah. Oop. Lock on, please. Thank you. I feel like a cold pot or something. Could just be the lighting in here. Okay, more of those, which I don't know how to use properly. Yeah, alright. So we went downwards. There's a bunch more jars. Creepy. Ash of War, a wall of sparks. Interesting. No affinity. Scatter perfume powder in vicinity producing intense sparks. The properties of the sparks are determined by the perfume bottle used. Okay. So it's a perfume bottle, Ash of War. That's cool. That's gross down there. Looks like a conglomeration of corpses. For the jars, I guess, yeah. That leads directly out there, then. And that's a one-way drop. Okay. I'm not gonna jump yet. Ow. Anything here? This looks like it would be. Yep. Battlefield Priest Cookbook 4. Sunworth Stone. Like a upgraded warming stone. Yep. It's a more potent effect. Sunlight feels all the warmer in darkened lands. Alright. Let's see what's down here then. Is this just lead it into this section, perhaps? That does not... Okay, that does kill them. Looks like that does lead down to this area. Okay. That pot alive. I don't trust it. No. Yeah. Okay, any more of those? I don't think so. It's not visible. There's one back there. The buzzing flies. Alright. What? What? You're doing something. Hi, frames. Okay. Iris of Grace. Is that related to the other one? The Iris of Occultation? It is. Place in the eye of another to grant them the light of grace as a fleeting blessing. Interesting. Can also be used as a rune arc. In the realm of shadow, this artifice was employed by the priests of the Erdtree to quell the fears of their flock to magnificent effect. And to intensify the fears. Place on the eye of another. To grant them light of grace or to deny them light. Still don't know what that means. Yeah, gross. Okay. Yeah, come over here, please. Is that another one of you? No? Okay. Right. We have two ways to go, left or right. They both lead to the same spot, it seems. Yeah, okay. Three chairs and a grace center. Yeah. Hmm. It's a little weird, but sure. Okay, we got a lost grace discovered. The west rampart. Probably shouldn't have rested there, but it's fine. Because now I probably have to go back. Okay, oh, that opens, so never mind. That doesn't open. Not from this side? No? Okay. Well, we're at the bridge, at least. And I can use Torrent. Got bats. Okay. They get staggered with one charge there, too. Nice. It's a long way down. That's also a long way down, but looks like there's land over there. What was that? What's throwing stuff at me? Throw stuff at them too, though. Ow. We're raining from above. Kind of see where it's coming from. Is it up there? No, it's just raining from everywhere. Okay. It's you doing that. Okay, that makes sense. I like your fancy hat. Yeah. Oh, you dropped your daggers, maybe? You dropped your hood and your spell. Salza's hood, specifically. A hood of Salza, Sage of the Fire Knights. A prodigious amount of cloth wound around it, giving the impression of a greatly swollen head, and wearing it increases intelligence. Okay. A disciple of the Elder Wego? He refused to burn down an old ruin at the risk of his own life. And a rain of fire. Summons a cloud of flame overhead that pelts foe with a rain of fire from above. Saul's disdain for barbarism never waned, even as he burned more villages and scorched more land than any other. So he burned a bunch of villages, but not an old ruin. Alright, let me go back and grab these items on the bridge. With that. So that up there, I guess, is this thing. Yeah. That's not even a part of the Shadow Keep then. Alright, so we got an elevator that I presume leads up to the, or not an elevator. Leads up to the top. Okay, no torrent allowed. Lots of messages, and another elevator, okay. And another grace. We're facing that direction, gotcha. Ooh. Listen to that music. The Viaduct Minor Tower. Ancient ruins of Rauh. Is this whole section the ancient ruins? Man, this is beautiful. Look at this. Oh my god. Let me just get a good... Wow. The music reminds me of Limgrave a bit, I think. Yeah, this is going to be a big place to explore. And there's the tower with the thorns. What's that over there? Have I been there? Is that this? Prospect Town? Is that Prospect Town? It's gotta be. It's a long ways away. Wow, okay. Man, this place is so beautiful. So I guess Salza was protecting this place then. The one place that wasn't burned down. I wonder why. I would love to continue exploring here, but I'm going to save this for another time. So let's head back to the storehouse first floor. Alright, and before we continue on here, I'm going to leave this episode here for now. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Take care.